Hello and welcome to your Vedic Lunar Scope for today, the 13th of June, 2015. The moon today is still in Taurus, about the middle stages of Taurus, and in the nakshatra, or lunar mansion, of Bharani. One of the key themes in relation to Bharani is restraint, but restraint which brings new life to something else, restraint which gives birth, restraint which brings something new, restraint which brings us from one phase of our existence into another. Bharani is actually connected with Yama, who is the god of death. His purpose was to usher souls from one world into the next, and it's also symbolized by the birth canal. So here we have the concept that going through labor pains gives birth to something that's new. And quite often we don't really mind going through certain difficulties or facing certain harsh measures if we know that the thing that we're striving for is potentially going to come into being. We're happy to undergo such restrictions or to deal with austere measures when we're giving life to something, right? But sometimes we don't always feel so patient waiting for the result of our actions. And even though we don't mind, perhaps a restriction or two, or doing something in a manner that we may not want to do it in order to bring the end result, we don't necessarily want to wait for it. And that's part of the issue that may be arising for you today, is that you don't mind taking certain steps, you don't mind potentially not having it all the way that you want it, but the desire within you to create your goal is so great that it's not going to easily just calm down by you just trying to be patient. And that's something that can create some difficulty because, as we know, anything good takes time. Masterpieces aren't necessarily usually painted in a day. It takes time and attention to detail and the willingness to do the work. So we can see how there's the willingness on your part to do the work that needs to go into the equation to bring the end result, but there's a feeling that you might need to rush that end result. And what you need to do today is to guard against that particular feeling, because that's only going to make things either not quite as successful as you might like for them to be in the long run, or even potentially destroy the particular result that you're trying to achieve. The lunar tithi for the day, the lunar day, is Krishna Dwadashi. And with Krishna Dwadashi, there is a sense of happiness at being able to make something come into being, at being able to bring life into something. There's a feeling of things being glorious, like you're preserving something or taking care of something. The solar lunar yoga for today is Sukarman. And Sukarman is connected with Mars, and Mars is not very well disposited in terms of the day's energy, especially around the time that this lunar scope is scheduled for. And so it's going to make it hard to piece things together in the manner that you might want them to be pieced together. And because of Mars still being in Mrigashira, well, there's a lot of desire, there's a lot of dissatisfaction that it's not turning out as you would like for it to, or quite as quickly as you might like for it to. So the best advice for today is to just muster a sense of patience, that nagging desire that's getting to you that's saying, well, no, this all needs to happen now. Well, channel it back into devotion. Let it help you to become more determined to doing the right thing. Think about how much you care for the thing that you're trying to create, and try to achieve it from that particular space. Now, this could be going on in any area of your life. It could be relationship, work, or just a long-term goal that you're working towards. In order to know that, I'd need to take a closer look at your personal birth chart. And I do offer astrological services for any need, and they are available in the left-hand corner of this video. There's a link to my astrological services page. If you've closed that link down already, you can also click the the link further down this YouTube page in the description area. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. That way you'll get a new update every time a new video is released, and it does also help to show your support for these Vedic lunar scopes. That's going to do it for today, the 13th of June 2015. Until tomorrow, take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.